Today's gonna be a good day. I remember my headphones. I have pants on. It can't get much better than that. So, gonna continue with some Deus Ex. Really excited. This game's amazing. Just amazing. I'm really enjoying the Deus Ex. Something that just popped out and like everyone missed it in the stream, but something I really noticed that made me think of something. Oh my god, at the beginning there's like 42 logos at the beginning of this game. You know, when I was a kid and I started making games, I was like, you know, I made my game and I put like a bunch of like logos in the front of it because I'm like, yeah, it like feels all real, like a real game. You know, I didn't realize at that time that that's not something game companies necessarily want to do. You know, they don't want to put like, you know, game engine we used at the beginning of their game, but they do it because like contractually they often have to. That's funny. You know, this game obviously works with a lot of middleware. They have a lot of logos. So we're gonna continue. I don't remember. Oh yeah, this guy with the cool jacket. That I remember him. The guy with cool jacket experimented on me. Has a weird hand with two fingers. I don't know why, but you know, there's probably a good reason there. I'm sure it's used for something. Backstreet Bargains. So this is great. You know, again, like I didn't remember what I was doing until this little screen came up and showed me that guy's face, and I remembered, and now I just remember everything about the story, right? They have the text there just in case I forgot too. Just a nice little touch to get me back into the game. Always super important. Alright, let's see. I am so excited. I remember my headphones today. We got ebooks. This is the type of little detail, it's like, wow. China's gang problem still holds second place to the criminal activity raging in the Slavic regions. So, worse, the lines defining the Russian underworld. I love, like, you know, those little details. I don't always read the books all the way through. You know, it's just not my thing necessarily. But I love that kind of detail. I just love what it does to the world and the depth it adds to the game. Going through some, you know, just graffiti. It's interesting. Like, if you go up to this, right? This is something to notice. It's just terms of you can get an idea of how they're doing it, like how they're creating this art asset. So if I go up to this and you look really close, these decals go right over the top of those bricks. Like the paint doesn't go around the brick. Like you can see, like there's mortar in here, right? And you can see that the paint doesn't go into the mortar, right? It doesn't like dip in there. So what that probably means is, you know, this graffiti is actually probably decals. And what a decal is, it's like a projection. So if you imagine like almost like a light projector in your home, where you like project the image onto the surface, and then when like the image is projected, you see the image. So, and then they'll have like a cutout so it doesn't display light, you know, in the places the decal isn't supposed to be. So that's sort of how decals work. And you could tell this is a decal, right? You could tell that this is a decal sprayed on the wall because it doesn't go into those cracks. So what they're probably doing with the bricks is the bricks aren't actually modeled in. The bricks are a normal map. So if you think about like a normal map basically tricks the eye with the angle of the normals and bends the light to make it look like it's indented. You can always tell a normal map too if you get like side on with an object and you can see it's not actually sticking out. It looks more flat when you're looking at it from the side. That's a normal map. So that's how they're making this asset. It's really cool to see, you know, when you're like because games, you always have to worry about texture space and stuff. So when you're going through a game, they got to reuse that same texture over and over. They can't necessarily have a different texture just because they want graffiti on this wall versus like this wall, right? That's probably the same brick texture, different lighting to make it red maybe, and then they throw the decal over the top, and that's why you get little details like that, right? You get the little things that stand out if you're really looking for them. And if you're an artist or whatever working in games, it's really good to notice those little details, because it'll sort of help you think about how to build your assets efficiently, because you can learn from the professionals just by playing their games. Every time they have a bag like that, I want to look what's inside of it. I sort of hate that they let me pick up and throw bags. It just creates this I get it, it's fine, but just as a player, I'm never sure when I can open it, when I can throw it. Ooh, gotta hide just in case. Oh no, it's fine.
Depends on how many cops ask to see my papers.
Fuck. Not much I can do about state police after yesterday's attack. Get in when you can.
I love that the guy swore there. It's like this little inside joke where he's like, it depends how many cops ask for my papers, and the guy's just like, yeah, fuck. He knows what you're talking about. That was a great little touch. Really good writing there. I like that. Alrighty. So what am I doing? I don't know, but I'm just gonna go to travel to Sistas. Oh, there you go. Popped up. Again, I don't know. Every time I stop playing a game, I forget what I'm doing. So I love these little helpers.
Unless you're looking for trouble, keep moving.
Alright, I'm gonna go down here. This seems like a good place to go. That was a little something that could have been improved, right? You notice when I was up here and I got to where the point seemed to be, now it's telling me to go backwards. That confused me a little bit. I was like, oh look, I crossed that trigger. So, they really could have made it so the trigger was a little closer. That looks like they put the trigger here, and then it goes in.